Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dig in. What are we looking at today?
Well, you know how you were saying you wanted to find some new music, like really talented artists you haven't heard before?
Yeah, definitely. I'm always up for discovering some hidden gems.
All right, we'll get ready for this. Today we're diving into the world of Gordon Rocker.
Gordon Rocker. Okay, that name's not ringing a bell. Tell me more.
So Gordon Rocker is a musician, and he's been kind of quietly building this global following right from his home base in South Africa.
South Africa. Interesting. What kind of music are we talking about here?
Imagine like classic rock and roll energy, but then infuse it with this totally unmistakable South African spirit. That's what Gordon Rocker brings. And it seriously electrifying, I've got to say.
Okay, that actually sounds really cool. I'm intrigued already. Where do we even begin with a guy like this?
Well, his story starts in Cape Town. And get this, we're talking about a kid who started performing at 5 years old.
Wow, 5 years old. That's some serious dedication.
Right. Talk about starting early. And from what I can tell, it seems like Elvis Presley was a huge influence on him, like right from the beginning.
Makes sense with that rock and roll vibe you were talking about, but is he like just doing Elvis covers?
Nope. He's not just a cover artist at all. Here's the thing. Gordon was writing original songs when he was 12.
Whoa, hold on. 12 years old. That's incredible. What kind of stuff was he writing even at that age?
Well, it wasn't just rock and roll. He was mixing in country, ballads, pop, even some soul influences.
Wow, already showing that kind of range even as a kid. That's pretty remarkable. It makes you wonder, where does that drive to create come from, you know? Not just to emulate, but to actually make something new.
I know, it's fascinating. Now, fast forward to 2013, Gordon makes this big decision. He decides to close his music store.
Wait, he owned a music store?
Yeah, he actually closed it down to go all in on his music, like full-time musician mode.
Wow, that's got to take guts. I mean, closing down your business to chase your dream, that's a pretty huge leap of faith.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is, within a few years, he's being interviewed on all these big radio stations in South Africa, like Smile 90.4 FM and Cape Talk.
Okay, so he starts to gain some traction.
Yeah, his music starts getting airplay on RSG. He's playing gigs all over Cape Town.
Yeah.
Those early wins got to be crucial for an artist, right?
Mm-hmm.
Especially after making a big move like that.
Oh, absolutely. It's all about that momentum, that
Yeah.
validation that what you're doing is actually resonating with people. It fuels you to keep going, to push further. But I'm curious, was it just these live gigs, or was he doing other stuff too?
Great question. So besides performing live, he's also doing session vocalist work and rhythm guitar. He's even recorded for a U.S. TV series, actually.
No way. That's pretty cool. You don't get asked to do that unless you're really talented, and adaptable too, being able to switch between different musical settings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Shows how versatile he is as a musician. But what blows my mind is his music isn't just stuck in South Africa. It's playing in businesses, retail stores,
Mm.
all across Europe and the U.S.
Whoa, really? Now that's impressive. I wouldn't have guessed that.
I know, right? It's crazy. And it's not just stores and stuff. It's also popping up in music games, mobile apps. Talk about reaching a global audience.
It's amazing to think about how technology has completely changed the game for musicians. Back in the day, trying to break into international markets was this huge, almost impossible feat. But now, with things like music streaming, online games, and all sorts of digital platforms, an artist like Gordon Rocker can connect with listeners worldwide in a way we couldn't have even imagined just a few decades ago.
It's really wild to think about. Speaking of connections, get this, he even performed at the red carpet premiere of the new Elvis movie back in 2022.
Oh, wow, that's a pretty big deal. Wait, which Elvis movie?
The one that came out a couple years ago with Austin Butler.
Oh, right, the Baz Luhrmann one.
Yeah, exactly. And the premiere was at this brand new Sterkter Kindercore Theater at the V&A Waterfront in Cape Town. That atmosphere must have been electric. I mean, talk about a full circle moment. Here's this artist, clearly super inspired by Elvis, and now he's performing at a major event celebrating Elvis's legacy.
I love that. It really shows how powerful those musical influences can be and how they can literally transcend generations.
Totally. And as if that wasn't cool enough, he was also on the Espresso Morning Show on SABC3.
Okay, now that's huge. One of South Africa's biggest morning shows.
Right. It feels like he's really hit that national stage now.
Yeah, definitely. It's funny, while his music has this global reach, like we were saying, it's clear he stays true to his South African roots. That blend of influences, that authenticity, is probably what makes him so unique.
I think you're right. It's a really cool mix. So it makes you wonder, has Gordon Rocker's music already made its way to your part of the world? Maybe you've heard a song in a store or while you were playing a game and didn't even realize it was him. I encourage everyone to go check out his music, really listen to it.
I'm definitely going to. What stands out to you? What elements of his sound do you connect with? Let us know. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely. Hit us up in the comments. And until next time, keep those ears open for new sounds and those minds open for new discoveries.
See you next time.